welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, where we are on the day of a Tharbad Film Festival, and I think last night we saw Shahina meeting the bad guy, and he probably did something, so something is gonna happen today. But yeah, it's been a while for me, so I'm vague memories and all that. I don't know what happened between last night and today, but there hasn't been anyone fighting this morning. I sure ain't gonna complain. I can go back to enjoying the festival in peace. Let's forget all that craziness and enjoy the film festival the way it's meant to be. Our prince has brought out that amazing airship and everything. It would be a waste not to live it up and have fun.
So... well, where'd you next?
Alright. Oh yeah, I guess the film festival is going to start soon, isn't it? People seem to be awfully excited for it, but if that girl danced at the parade, I guess that means I won't see her at the nightclub ever again, will I? It was a short run, but when I think about it, maybe the film festival is the best way for her to close things out after all. You have the same text as always. Rumors have started going around that a certain film studio is closely linked to those orbital hookers that have taken off around town. Think there's any truth to it? Whatever the case, I'm glad we kept our hands clean, especially since the police conducted those raids. Either way, now that the film festival is here, it's money-making season for us, so I'm not too worried.
Right.
Looks like the Wilk Film Festival is finally underway. For most of us in the leisure industry, it's a major event. Case in point, Mr. Gotti himself is known to patronize our fine establishment from time to time. I can only imagine how the festivities are going to play out with his kind of luck and play. I'll be keeping an eye out. Well, it's finally showtime for the big film festival. We in the entertainment business are going to have a lot to keep our eye out for. Personally, I'm really keen to see what kind of parade they end up putting on. I've heard murmurings about Mr. Gotti and the apparently outrageous surprises he's planned. But what they are is anyone's guess. Well, the film festival is nearly upon us. It's a big day for us bartenders too, you know. We've got our tournament going on today as well, even if the film festival might overshadow it a little. I met up with Bermotti earlier. He seems perfectly relaxed and normal, not at all nervous about the tournament. I'm hoping to enter next year's tournament as well. I really need to learn to take a page out of his book and not get so worked up. Give me a break, I was looking around this morning, can't find a single orbital hooker anywhere. After setting 10 million mirror on fire last night, you're telling me I can't even get a smoke to raise out my sorrows? I really could use something to take the edge off. Guess I have to make do with a regular old hooker. I can't withdraw any more cash, fine. I have to use what I've got in my wallet to make everything I've lost. Yep. He gambled high and lost. Could it be true the CEO of Vegas Films died last night because of what happened? There are rumors going around. If it is, that certainly paints everything in a strange light, especially the fact that we're still putting on the film festival. The film festival might have still opened as planned, but everything's not so rosy under the surface. After what happened at Vegas Films last night, some of the sponsors seem to be panicking. I hear they'll be making an official announcement of some sort. I have a feeling that detailed spending the casino will be implicated somehow. Hopefully the whole mess won't spell danger for Tharbad's leisure industry, but who knows?
film festival.
I suppose the young master has indeed learned from his mistakes, inelegant as his choice of words may be. But I can only imagine it will take even longer for his father to give him permission to go on trips outside the city. Ideally, it would be best if you spoke about your issues to your father directly, in your own words, young master. Another sleep is all I need to shake off all that agitation I was feeling yesterday. I feel like a new man again. I'm not sweating it at this point. It's not like my old man caught wind of what happened anyway. Which means I can go out there and enjoy the film festival without anything weighing me down. Enough chit-chat. Time to see what the city is like in full party mode. I'm not missing out on the action. Thanks to Edith's police stepping in and helping out, the situation has calmed down a little. Personally though, I'm still on edge. I still plan to take part of the Carnival Cavalcade. We'll be getting ready for it soon. But I can't say I'm quite as excited as I might be having to provide security from inside the parade. Oh, looks like we're not gonna get charged with anything for smoking those orbital hookahs. I was so scared for a minute there. Now with that bad feeling out of my system, I can go back to enjoying the film festival like I was supposed to. The shop clerk said we'd be refunded and stuff for our trouble too, so no harm, no foul in the end, I guess. Things got so out of hand yesterday, I can't believe what I did. Oh, what does it matter? It can't get any worse now. Shayla's not sweating it. I just gotta roll with it the way she is. There's only one way to turn this whole mess around. Enjoy the film festival so much I forgot I ever embarrassed myself. Thankfully the police hasn't had any major contact with us since everything that took place last night. Our owner is doing a recall and offering refunds to affected customers. If that's the worst we have it, I'd say we got off lucky. At this point, I just want to help with the film festival so that our city can keep growing. Well, the film festival is underway and thankfully everything seems to be going smoothly, which is a relief. I was really worried last night that those hookahs the police rounded up yesterday would have some sort of influence on people. You all seem more relaxed compared to yesterday, that's reassuring. I can rest a little easier today, I suppose. I still have to take responsibility for my part, however. Any customers with a receipt will have a lost hookahs refunded by me.
Oh, I'm so in love with this brand.
In addition to the police doing the mass confiscation, something seems to have happened at Vegas Film sometime last night. Nevertheless, the film festival itself has commenced without incident and we're seeing quite a range of customers, which makes me happy. It's important to take advantage of events such as this, so we can share the charm of our Central Eastern wares with more people.
Indeed.
I'm glad the film festival is still carrying out as planned, and all of that orbital hookah stuff didn't turn into a big to-do. I was helping getting the parade float ready, and the whole thing is shaping up to be more spectacular than I expected. Our shop's partnered with the film festival, so I'm keen to do my part to make sure it's as big a success as it can be. Man, this film festival is turning out to be a bigger pain in the ass to secure than I thought. Hope we get bonuses for our trouble. Guess nobody caught on to me going to the casino and smoking my hookah though. I mean, nobody yelled at me lately, so who knows? Just gotta trust everything's good for now and actually focus on my job. Oh, I just remembered. That specialty store across the street sells energy drinks which are supposed to help with fatigue. I'll buy one. My treat for how hard you've been working. Oh, I'd like that. Thanks, Nino. I can't afford to make a mockery of Mr. Gotti's carnal cavalcade with any old regular mediocre dancing. No siree. I'm a new person, I'm going to prove myself to him no matter what. Not as a performer, but a fellow budding film director.
So,
From what I can tell, some big cases going on. The cops have dragged Nate in to help take care of it. I get that detectives can get busy. I can be patient and wait until his case is over. But I'm going to have to talk to him later. I don't want him getting in the habit of leaving me hanging like this. It's just not fair. So far, there don't appear to be signs of any criminal organizations infiltrating the crowds. The fact they haven't turned up despite the festival already starting is disconcerting. At least we got Fee with us. I guess we'll just coordinate with her and see what we can turn up together. Oh, I didn't expect a film festival to be so wild and outrageous. I don't know if someone as ignorant about movies as me was meant to be here. All this energy is so much to take in, it's making my head spin. Ooh.
now what's it say?
Cocktail crafting. Tonight's a big bartending competition. I know exactly what kind of cocktail to make too. The problem is I can't get my hands on the ingredients in time. I was hoping to speak with all of you about it. I'll be waiting poolside at the Al Jumeirah Hotel. Bermotti has some work for us. He's always so good to us. We should give him a hand.
This is quite impressive.
Don't be shy.
Finally, the film festival is here. It's so exciting. It's not a traditional sort of festival, but the girls of my generation tend to like events like this anyway. I can see why older folk are maybe raising an eyebrow over some of this, but what's the harm in it really? Apparently when the Oasis was rejuvenated, we went crazy with festivals then too, so it's not like it's unheard of.
This year's been awesome.
Now, this is how you hold a festival. This is the kind of energy I live for. Who cares what happened yesterday? All that matters now is how well my dulcet baritones can add to these amazing festivities. Let's set it up, folks. What do you say? Oh, and don't forget to order some food while you're at it. I'm so glad my mom is enjoying the film festival now. At first she wasn't sure if he'd like it. Now I just hope I don't lose her in the crowd. We came so far to enjoy the festival. Ideally, I'd like to make it back home together in one piece too.
Indeed.
So this is Tharbad's idea of a film festival. Certainly different from what we have in Messeldom, but not in a bad way. It seems like a kind of event you can simply turn off your brain and enjoy yourself, even if it's rather flashy. For the pageantry of Messeldom's festival and authority of its judging, it can be rather stuffy sometimes. This, on the other hand, has a more fun, light-hearted mood, and the traditional hookah I tried this morning was pretty good too.
Wow, what an amazing view this is.
Oh, it's you guys. Thanks for saving me yesterday, you guys. When I got back, I passed out like a rock. I slept for so long, I was shocked to wake up and see the big festival was today. For someone who got kidnapped, you don't sound too worse for wear. You bet I'm not. A little shutdown was all I needed to make that anxiety go away. I'm as good as new. Besides, I smell a big, big scoop waiting in the city. Even bigger than I figured. Something's out there. I can just feel it. My business with Dingo can wait. I've got to get out there and do some digging. You know, you're tougher than you look, Marielle. But losing heart after such a frightening experience, I'm impressed. Of course, Hart Esser Rockness is my middle name. Or my 5 middle names anyway. I'll keep hounding that guy for as long as it takes until he changes his ways. I'll never give up. Dingo seems to be pursuing a lead. Well, 2 can play at that game. I'll get my scoop and then he'll have to acknowledge me. With a prince and all those big wigs hanging around the hotel, there's just got to be something juicy waiting to be unearthed. I never had an interest in the entertainment industry, but I had to see this, knowing the royal family invested in it, and you know what? This is far more amusing than I was expecting. Maybe I need to make a similar investment myself. But I can figure that out later. Right now I need to make rounds among all those wonderfully powerful visitors. I plan to get plenty of dirt on the more spineless ones during this event. It's quite clear what direction Azim and Vale's investments are taking. If things go according to plan, it would be one step toward extending my business to Vales as well. This event is even more lavish than I was expecting. I guess I shouldn't have expected any less out of the royal family's own money at stake. In fact, I heard the prince himself has contributed a lot to the film festival. There's a lot I could learn from him being so flexible in how he chooses to spend his wealth. Oh. If I get the chance to meet him, it might not be the worst idea to have him advise me a little. I'm surprised my father is so impressed by the film festival. He used to never care at all about the entertainment industry. A good bit of it probably has to do with him liking glitzy things, but at the same time it feels like we may be onto something here. Either way, hopefully the film festival will provide insight into how to go about collaborating with Kalia in the future. I'm so nervous now. I was feeling weirdly optimistic yesterday, but not anymore. Probably because it's the big day. I don't know how I was able to relax around the hotel yesterday like it was nothing. Oh well, it's what it is. Now it's up to me to be strong and get out there into the festival. This hotel is actually playing host to two events right now. A banquet for film festival award winners and a bartending tournament. Despite yesterday's goings on, I'd like to believe we still managed to offer a superb venue for a successful festival. In light of all the concern the festival staff and guests had until yesterday, we want to do our best to put those worries to rest. My workers finally calmed down this morning, but until yesterday we were acting quite strangely. Post-film festival, water and orbital energy consumption is bound to go up. We need to be prepared to handle such a load. We can't afford to disappoint our Central Eastern VIPs in particular, with only the beginning of Tharbad's growth as a city. Finally, the film festival kicked off. As it happens, we're in charge of security for festival grounds. Safety is not our only job though. We also expect to pitch in to make sure the event in general goes off without a hitch. Of particular concern is our part in that airship. Prince Sharid clearly has high hopes for the success of his festival. All the more reason for us to give 110%, making all this a big success. We can't let a man of his stature down. I'm glad the film festival was able to start fine. I heard something happened over at Vegas Films. The festival sponsors and staff members staying at this hotel were all quite concerned. The Crown Prince's own hard work was instrumental in keeping the festival on track. For our own part, it's an honor to serve as a venue.
Very well.
It seems the film festival has kicked off without a hitch, which is a relief. When His Highness contacted me late last night, I was rather panicked about how things would pan out. Everyone, however, was on the same mind as the prince. The event had to go on. No ifs, ands or buts. Seeing as things seem to be staying on track, with any luck, I'll have good news to bring back home to the principality. I'm relieved to see my daughter is enjoying the festival, even if I have my reservations about the elder son of the Bashars. If it as it may, I don't regret bringing her along. This remains a good opportunity for her to learn about the other families in the business. This film festival is truly remarkable, not just because you can meet so many famous Calvadian actors and directors either. The scale of the event is simply breathtaking. We certainly don't have anything like this back in Elsing. I can only imagine the parade will be even more magnificent. The organizers are certainly getting their mirror's worth out of this event. I wonder what Mund thinks about the film festival. Perhaps if he takes a liking to it, the Bashars will decide to invest in it next year. In fact, if he had a chance to meet because of a business, it would allow our representative families to forge better ties.
Right.
Our hotel will be hosting both the award ceremony and subsequent winners banquet. I hope I can be useful doing it all. I want to show the winners my appreciation for everything they have done. I might not be able to enter the bartending tournament, but if I can serve a winner as well, that's more than enough of an honor for me.
Hell to the yeah! Bare ass skin as far as the eye can see!
Huh? What's so special about bare skin? Aaron, don't answer that. And please watch what you say around the child,
Hey, Bermotti, what's up? That was fast. I didn't expect to see you, darling, so soon. And I didn't expect to see a post from you. Why go through the trouble? You could have rung me up directly. You know I wouldn't mind. I knew you were going to say that. But it's important to do these things the right way. I want to ask your help as a proper job, not just as a favor to a friend. Even if I do feel a bit bad dragging you sweethearts over here over something like this. Don't sweat it. Sounds like a real bind to be in on the day of your tournament. May I ask what sort of cocktail you intend to make? Of course. It would be hard for you all to do your job otherwise. Essentially, the main task of the tournament has been announced, so contestants can plan ahead. The judges want us to come up with our version of a Tharbad night. No points for guessing what it's named after? Hell, it's a prize all its own. I ordered that shit at the nightclubs and it was great. Not too sweet, just the way I like it. Wait, you mean the other night? Yes, sorry, when the boys decided to have a nice fun night out in the town, without us, by themselves. Don't mind me, you are saying? You silly Poms. Anyway, normally, a Tharbad night is blue. It reminds you of a desert sky at night, you see? You even sprinkle in some gold leaf cut into the shape of stars for good measure. I can see why that made the drink like that. The stars out in the desert are so pretty at night. Indeed, without the light pollution from urban areas, clear night skies can be breathtaking. Exactly. It's a beautiful drink. You can see why they want us putting our own spin on it. For my part, I'm going to give it a little intrigue, you might say. I'm going for the life of an information broker and the sweet, calm night spent reveling in dangerous secrets in drink form. And I'm going to do it by adding a red hue to it, turning it into a gradient. Wow, it sounds so mature. Makes me wish I was older so I could try it. It does sound fascinating, and like something only you could make, Bermotti. Oh, you too sweet as grenadine. On the note, for the wetness, I plan to use the juice of a red cactus. They're hard to find, but the color is perfect for my needs. With that, I'm going to accent it with some black pomegranate on top. And those two things you need us to fetch, right? Just so, strictly speaking, it's by no means unheard of to find these things for sale in town. But like I said, red cactus itself isn't easy to get your hands on in the wild, so finding it at the market can be dicey. And as for those pomegranates, I specifically want ones from a luxurious kind grown in valleys known as nocturnal suns. I have heard of those. They get their names from their shining black luster that makes them stand out even in the dark of night, supposedly. They certainly do. I'd have been more shocked if you of all people hadn't heard of it. Those fruits also only show up once in a blue moon. If they're going to be anywhere, it would be the bazaar in the culture district. Unfortunately, my pickiness has come back to bite me. I'm nearly out of time. You would think I'd know better, but alas, here I am. I've dug my own grave and now here lies Bermotti. Rest in peace. Hey, nothing wrong with wanting to put your best foot forward to win. Can't see this crazy attention of detail not paying off when the time comes. Even so, that does not change the fact that we have little time to spare if we are to track down these ingredients. Yes, specifically because we're running on a tight schedule. Gonna make a decision. Alright, we're in. You did a hell of a job analyzing the drug earlier. Least you can do is help with this. Oh hush, that wasn't such a big deal. But thanks, honey. I really appreciate it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Right now we got squat. Where are we supposed to start looking for these things anyway? Luckily for you, a merchant town offered me some clues. For one thing, apparently red cactus only grows in a particular part of the sand sea. A nasty part where the sandstorms seem to be brutal, no less making it hard for anyone to step foot in it. The way he made it sound, it's always a challenge at best to harvest. If that's the case, it would be nice if you could somehow obtain that juice without having to venture out into the desert. I think it would still be worth a trip, to be honest. It's risky, but it also seems like our best shot at success. Yeah, we were out there yesterday. We know our way around, and we'll be fine. Oh, Riven, the desert it is. So, to sum it up, we'll find the red cactus in the desert and the pomegranates lurking in the bazaar, if Lady Luck's on our side. We can start with either one, whichever is easiest to get as we make our rounds across town. Thanks again, darlings. Don't feel like you have to go berserk just little old me, though. If it's too much, I'll live.
You have my support, Mr. Arkwright.
Good, then let's go to the cultural district.
Then let's head over.
Need some spices, perhaps?
Can we talk?
Oh my, you're looking for a nocturnal sun too? What a surprisingly demand today. Is that to say that we're not the only ones to have asked you about it? That's right. There was another customer for you who bought them from me. She cleaned out my entire stock, all 10 of them as a matter of fact. All of them? Then does it mean you have no more left for sale? Oh. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Nah, it's not your fault. We got an urgent need for some and are trying to find some as quickly as we can. Luck just was on our side this time. We'll try somewhere else. Thank you for your time. Actually, before you go, can I ask what you want them for, if you don't mind? Sure, I don't see the harm in that. Basically, we want them for the bartending tournament. Ah, I see. Thank you for clearing that up. You know, you might want to talk with Felica, see if she let you have some of her stock. She's the one who bought them from me. Felica, you said her name was? Where's she located? She wants an ice cream stand in the entertainment district. She's a regular customer of mine. If you can tell her I sent you, I think she may be willing to help. I can't make any promises though. We understand. Thank you for the advice, we sincerely appreciate it. All we can do now is attempt to negotiate and see what happens. Yeah, not like time's on our side here. We should run over to that stand, that cocktail's not gonna fix itself. You're strangely eager to help, Aaron, what gives? In any case, I agree with Aaron, the entertainment district's clearly our best lead. Thanks for talking to us, ma'am. Oh, no problem. Good luck finding us pomegranates.
Let's be on our way.
Don't be shy. Take a look.
Can we talk?
Yeah, that's right. I'm the one who bought the Nocturnal Sons of Monia. I'm planning to make a limited time flavor for my ice cream and make a killing selling it to rich people with equally rich appetites. Sounds like a born merchant. I can respect the hustle. Events like a film festival are when I make the real money. I'd be stupid not to have something lined up for the occasion. Anyway, what brings you guys here? You on the pomegranate hunt? One explained what was going on with the bartending tournament and why they needed the fruit. Sure, that makes sense, but I've got to make a living too, you know? I can't go around giving away ingredients like these for free. But if you were to sweeten the deal and make it worth my while, I'd be willing to consider giving you some. What sweetening of a deal do you have in mind? Don't worry, I'm not trying to be freeloaders. Tell you what if we go ahead and make some of this new flavor of this and give you an honest review of it? A taste test, huh? I assure you the insight we can offer would be quite valuable to you. Mr. Arkwright especially has a very refined palate for sweets. In fact, he is something of a celebrity for it in such circles. Wow, I didn't know he was that famous for it. He's not, it's called upselling, now zip it. Alright, dear then. I was thinking I needed some opinions anyway. I can tell this ice cream is still missing a certain something, but I'm not sure what. But I'll only offer the pomegranates if your review really impresses me. How about 3 of you step up and tell me what you think? Sounds good to me, let's do this. Barn's got to be one of our viewers, obviously. You only offer to tell her what you think because you want to taste that ice cream for yourself, don't you? Be honest. Shut up, no I don't, punk. Whatever you say, Chief. How about we have a kids be the other 2 reviewers? Really? Are you sure? That sounds like a really big responsibility. I don't know if I can give a useful review of the cover like that. That's not a problem. You don't need to take it that seriously. Simply giving her an honest opinion will be helpful, I'm sure. If you're ready, I'll have that ice cream right up for you folks. Give me just a few minutes. Barn, Agnes and Fairy received the ice cream and gave it a taste. It's so sweet yet kinda sour. I love it. It has a really good balance between sweetness and sourness. I could see this being a really great flavor to have during the summer. Other than that, well... The girls basically got it in one. This is an incredibly refreshing taste that goes perfectly with Tharbad's hot climate. I could have it over and over again easy. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what I was gunning for when coming up with a recipe. Here's a question for you. Are you using pure fruit juice for the ice cream? Yeah, that's right. Why do you ask? So, I think you got the sweetness right, but it could be taking a better advantage of a sharp sourness from a pomegranate. Have you thought about adding some pulp to your mix? It would probably help change up the texture too. I did try that and you're not wrong. It did add a nice accent. The problem is, even when I do that, it's still not punchy enough. What about the seeds then? I've never heard of mixing seeds into ice cream. Won't they be too hard and make it taste tart? Nah, think about it. The thing about black pomegranates is they like hot, dry weather. The fruit itself is big, while the skin is shallow and the seeds are small and soft. Something like a nocturnal sun, you can eat the seeds whole, no problem. They're actually not tart at all. Quite the opposite, they smell nice and nutty. You get that in there, I think you'll achieve an accent that offers a full pomegranate experience. Interesting, I hadn't given it so much consideration. Alright, Ewan. Thanks for such a detailed advice. Would 3 pomegranates be enough for you? More than enough. Are you sure you don't mind? Nah, a promise is a promise. How could I deny you guys anything after getting schooled so thoroughly? Yes, we did it, Agnes. I think Van gets most of the credit for this one, Fairy. No, those from the hip reactions helped a lot too, girls. I'm glad you enjoyed the ice cream, that's what counts. Now I can make the perfect ice cream that will really bring in those high-flying customers. I wish you luck with your new ice cream. I'm sure it will be a great success. Thank you. Tell your bartender friend I hope those pomegranates help him make something special too. I'll be waiting for him. Will do, you're doing him a solid. We appreciate it and we get out of the way now. Now all that's left is to find is that red cactus, right? Yep, next stop is the Sansei. I think it will be closer to the
Off
case.
we go.
Marginally, yes. Had I known this quest was coming up, I wouldn't have done this last episode. That is red cactus. Sweet, we should harvest a bunch of it and make a killing back in town. Don't even think about it, Paul. Let's limit ourselves to a small portion and be on our way. Great, now we've got both of the ingredients. We should be good to go, right? Yep, let's drop these off of Bermotti so he can do his thing with them.
Off we go.
You're back. How did you sweethearts do? We did great. Everything you want is right here. You'd better be grateful, man. I wish us wings. You don't have to be such a jerk about it, Aaron. Look, I just want a little appreciation for having to haul this shit all the way back, okay? Yeah, thanks for being our pack mule sport. Now give a man his ingredients. Aaron handed over the red cactus and black pomegranates to Bermotti. Wow, you darlings really did get them for me. Please feel free to inspect everything to make sure it's all in order. Oh, it's fine. You all did great. These are perfect, I couldn't be happier. Thank you all so much. You must be exhausted after that running around. Look, you're still half buried in sand. That's okay. We're just glad to hear you did well. Bet you have. Now that you've done your part, it's my turn to deliver some results, so all that blood, sweat and tears went in vain. I started with a little test run and mixed a drink I plan to enter right here. Would you be kind enough to taste it for me? Hell yeah, I taste as many free drinks as you want to throw at me. Sucks to be you, small fry. Ah, so what if you're old enough to drink? You don't have to rub it in. For a couple of people who just went walking in a blazing ass heat, you sure don't sound worse for wear somehow. What a miracle. And here we are. I call it a charme de l'honneur. As I said, it's intended to invoke a quiet, sweet night, the kind you might spend, say, trading in dark, dangerous secrets. Damn, that gradient you've pulled off looks killer. Nocturnal sun, adorned on top, is also a very pleasing touch. It looks perfect. It came out just like you said it would. We don't know that for sure yet, Van, I'll let you have the honor of being the first to test it. Please, go on, you've earned it. Can't say much for day drinking. I suppose this counts as part of a job. Well, bottoms up. That's good. Really good. Crisp sweetness, comforting sourness, it's sublime, Bermotti. You can taste the black pomegranate too, and the grainy texture it adds as a fun touch. Sounds like I have a winner then. That's a relief. But it only turned out so well because of everyone's hard work today. Thank you all again. I can now enter the tournament tonight at my absolute best. Damn right you do. I absolutely mean it when I say that with skills like yours, you're gonna knock 'em dead. Fingers crossed, I don't intend to pull any punches, that's for sure. I'm in it to win. Okay, great. The old man at his turn. Now, when am I gonna get in on the action, huh? I wish I could have some too. No need to be sad, I'm making some for everyone. Of course, the ones from the miners will be a little less twisty. Yay, that's more like it. Thank you, Bermotti. I'm glad you won't have to miss out after all, Fairy. What about you, Izette? Want a sip? I suppose I can accept a drink, give me occasion. Although I would ask them mine being non-alcoholic as well, seeing as I'm on active duty. Van and the rest took a short break to enjoy Bermotti's specially prepared drinks. Soon enough, however, they got back to work.
Well done, everyone.
Mira deposit confirmed.
And where are we with time? I can't believe what happened to our president. What's going to happen to the company now? I doubt we go out of business or anything. We were still able to put on a film festival regardless. It's just... Our president's killer is still on the loose too. I'm really worried how things are going to pan out. I had a feeling President Dillon was always hiding something, but I never would have imagined he was working with criminals. You could say I have mixed feelings about the way he died. Guess I feel sorry for him, but it's hard to put into words. Still, I can't help but wonder what's going to happen to the company and our employees once the film festival is behind us. But at least the show goes on. For now, all I can do is focus on what's in front of me and hope for the best. Hey Gumshoe, any progress on your investigation? It's you again. When do we get off? What makes you think I have to tell you anything about how my work is going, huh? I mean, we're the first ones to find the dude. You can't act like we've got nothing to do with the case. It's slow going. We still only know the name of our culprit, Melchior. And obviously that's only because he wrote it himself. That's a shame. Was hoping you boys would have found some leads on where the scumbag might be lurking. But guess not. We don't. We still haven't been able to ascertain how he broke into the building and then subsequently got out. We were able to confirm from the files left behind that the victim had connections with organized crime. But aside from the grisly graffiti, the perp hardly left a trace of evidence. Whoever he is, it's clear he's a skilled assassin who knows his business. That's spooky. Melchior. It would seem finding him will not prove an easy task. It's not like I really expected the cops to turn up anything in the first place. Well, excuse the hell out of us. I had to leave my girlfriend high and try to investigate the scene, you know? I'm doing my best here. I wasn't trying to mock you, man. I'm just saying that's the sort of slippery bastard we're up against. It sounds like this isn't your first one with this Melchior character, huh? Putting that aside, the perpetrator remains at large. I can only hope nothing happens during the film festival. That reminds me, I heard your kids were helping out with security in the parade. Is that true? More or less. I wouldn't say it's anything official so much as just something we'll be doing as part of our assignment, but yeah. I realize it might be too late to say this, but don't go stepping into anything too dangerous out there, understand? Leave that kind of work to police professionals. We can handle it. We appreciate the advice, Inspector. Thank you. What she said. I'll keep it in mind. Come on! Like hell you're going to. What am I going to do with you all? Detectives, please stay safe. Okay, we're finished making our rounds. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. Not much else to do except chill out and wait for the parade to start. Choosing wait for parade in the treble menu will cause the main story to advance. So, treble menu is wait for the parade. But looking at the time, it might be a good moment to end the episode, and we continue this next time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.
Very well.